So are we actually going to do this? Yeah, we are. Let's go. Welcome back to episode number 3. And today we're going to be talking about how to know what exactly you should be doing. Like, what action should I take in my business next? How do I decide what to do when there's so many dang things that I could do in my business? I've been having so many conversations with women, and I myself have this question come up often where we are like, okay, there's a lot of things that I could do to grow my business right now. How do I know which one to do? How do I know which one I need to spend time on? How do I break it down to decide, should I, start a podcast? Should I grow my email list? Should I do a workshop? What should I do? Like, there's so many things that you could do to grow your business. There's so many things that you can do to create more business, to grow and scale your business. There's like, yeah, we don't need to talk about it. You already feel me. So the question truly is like, okay, somebody just tell me what to focus on. Tell me which one to pick. What can I do? What do I need to tackle first? How do I know that? And what I like to do with myself and with my clients when we're asking these questions of, okay, what is my next plan of action? What do I need to go all in on? I filter it through a couple of different things, and I'm going to walk you through that filter today. So there's 3 types of actions that we can take in our business. We have fast cash action, growth and scale action, and time return or profit maximizer action is what I also refer to that as. So let's walk through these different ones. Cash action. This is fast cash action. This is for someone who says to me, I really need cash right now for my business. Like, if I don't get some sales, if I don't get cash coming in, there's going to be a problem, or I'm really stressed about where I'm hitting my sales goals this month or whatever it might be. So, anybody who's got a lot of anxiety about the fact that like there's not enough to pay the bills, or I feel like I'm going to be in a bad position, we have to go all in on fast cash action. So that means looking at what is on that list of things that you could do in your business or that you already are doing, maybe just not committed action to, is what it takes you to close a sale. What are the actions that you do to get to your perfect lead, to get on a sales call, to get people to go through your funnel? What are those things? Because we need to identify the thing that is going to get you the fastest result possible for cash. This is not go build a brand new sales funnel and a brand new offer. This is a simplest action at its core that leads to cash. So for an example, if you're in the service-based industry, you're a coach, you're a virtual assistant, a copywriter, any of those, what I would tell you your fast cash action is to go and talk to people. You want to talk to your ideal client. How are you going to get in front of that person? So that could be you follow up with somebody, follow up with a lead that you had that was really great that didn't sign on or said maybe later. Go follow back up with them. Go to your direct connectors. Go get referrals. You're going to do the fastest action for cash possible to get connections, conversations going, for you to have that conversion into cash. So everything else on the list that is going to take, several weeks to get implemented or sorted out or mapped out or strategized or copywritten or whatever it might be, don't do that. Okay. Don't do a rebrand when you need to do fast cash action. All right. Don't update your logo when you need cash. Updating your logo is a great growth strategy. That's our next one we'll be talking about, but it's not going to necessarily lead you to fast cash. So a new logo doesn't convert to cash. What are the exact things that you need to take action on that will lead you to your next sale? Go do those things, go all in on them, prioritize them, and take action on them. Okay. So that's number 1, fast cash action. If you are telling me, okay, Lonnie, I feel secure in my cash flow. Of course, I'm always wanting to make more, which is why I want to scale and grow my business. So, I know I will make money from these things, but it's not necessarily going to happen overnight. It's going to take time to build it, to strategize it, map it out. There's a lot of pieces, moving parts. I have to build an audience for it, etc. Those are all grow and scale actions. So this is when I am able to be intentional about growing and scaling my business, meaning I can bring in a new offer. I can bring in a different kind of funnel. I can expand what I'm currently doing in my email marketing, or this is where you do the rebrand. Again, this is the action then that we know if we put it into place in the next 6 months, we're going to start to see growth and scaling in the business because we're putting these actions into place. If you are, and again, you're not freaking out because cash flow is not there and you're feeling secure, of course we're going to keep making the money, but this is the time when you're going to be able to implement those next level strategies or these additional offers, additional funnels, additional lead magnets. That's when you're intentionally putting those into place because you're saying, okay, I know where I'm going and I'm ready to start expanding towards that next level. So that's your growth and skill action. So what are the things on your list? If you determine, okay, I just want to grow and scale my business right now, what are those things on your list that are growth and scale actions? They're bigger projects, they're more long-term sustainable growth projects where we like again, SEO would be one of them where I'm going to go work on SEO content in my blog, on my website. You don't see that immediate traffic. Usually it's going to take time to build it. So that is a growth and scale action. We don't always see that immediate effect, but we know it's going to come because we put the effort and work into it. And then the third category is my time returners or time profit maximizers. This is the action for those of you who are like, I am dying. I am working too much. I am working nonstop. I'm staying up till 2 in the morning. I feel like I just never get ahead of the game. I've got cash coming in. I've got customers coming in. It's amazing. But I'm being fire hosed. Being fire hosed by all of the to-dos. So if that's you where you're saying, I really need some time back, I've got to get my time back because I'm about to be in burnout mode, then we would look at what are the actions you need to take in order to get your time back. That looks like putting a system into place, making SOPs, eliminating anything that is not bringing you cash. So if you're doing a bunch of actions and you're like, hey, I'm posting on Instagram and making 3 reels a day, but it's really not bringing me any leads or clients, I'm going to slow down on the reels content and I'm going to go all in on my conversations instead. I'm going to really weigh what is bringing me return versus what am I just spending my time on. And then I'm going to also look at my systems. Do I have a system in place for what I'm doing? And can I show somebody else how to do it? So if I really need my time back, I may need to hire somebody. But before you hire someone, you do have to have clarity around what you want done and what does done look like to you. As business owners, we are pretty big control freaks. Just going to be honest. We're all big control freaks here when it comes to our business. Nobody can do it as good as us. No one can do it as fast as us. So it's easier just to do it ourselves. But you have to let go of that mentality if you want to get your time back and also if you want to grow and scale. So to be able to get your time back so you can grow and scale, you've got to put some standard operating procedures down. How do you want to get that task done? What's the easiest way to get it done? What's the repeatable way to get it done? And then you hand it off to someone. You can determine your budget. You can hire somebody overseas for low cost, under $10 an hour, or you can hire somebody here locally to come in and support you. There's all kinds of levels in between. But you can start somewhere. Everyone can start somewhere with getting their time back to them. But it starts with you deciding what is it that I need? What is it that I want? What does done look like? What does success look like in this activity, this project, this task? And how am I communicating to that assistant or to that expert who I'm hiring what it will look like to accomplish it? This is the big mistake that I see with people who are like, I'm just going to hire things out. They don't have a thought except for get this off my plate. Which I get. We want to get that off our plate. Just anybody can do it, and you just get it off my plate. But then they're frustrated because they just spent a lot of money on hiring somebody to do this task, and it didn't work out the way they thought. They didn't do it the way they wanted it. It didn't get the result they were intending. And it's because we didn't take the time to work on the systems, the SOPs, the way that you want it done, what done looks like, how are we measuring the success of what you do? All of that needs to be mapped out. So the sooner you map that out, the sooner you can hand it over to somebody, the sooner you can get it off your plate and be getting your time back while still accomplishing what you need to in your business. And I remind a lot of women, sometimes the first person to get hired in the time return category is a house cleaner. Like that was my first team hire was somebody to clean my house. Letting control of my house cleaning was huge because I don't need to tell her exactly how I would clean the house. She's going to bring her own supplies. She's going to do her own method, but I'm going to tell her this is what done looks like to me and then let her go at it. And if you can come in and say, like, I want you to come in and bring your supplies, your expertise, and this is what done looks like to me, then hire that person. If you're going to hire, somebody who is not an expert in house cleaning, or maybe they've never done it before, or they're newer, you might have to provide the supplies. You might have to provide the to-do list and the actual step-by-steps. So just be aware that there's different levels of hiring and bringing people in to your world to give you back your time. And it's doesn't always have to be completely business related to get your time back. So when you're thinking through, like, my list is super long. I have so many things I could do. How do I know what I should do? Start by filtering it through these three filters. Do I need fast cash? Like, this is the desperate, we're only going to do the cash actions. Am I ready to scale and grow? What are the grow and scale actions that I need to be focusing on because I know it will long term benefit me? Or do I need my time back as soon as possible? And what systems do I need to put into place to maximize my efforts? What SOPs do I need to map out so that I can hire the right person so that I can get my time back in my business? And it's not always black and white. I'm going to be honest. It's not always black and white, which one I actually need. And sometimes there's an overlap with this fast cash action will also give me my time back, or this grow and scale action will also give me my time back, or also bring me fast cash. Like there can be overlap between those three categories. But I find when we break it down to what do I actually need versus what is long-term goals and long-term action, and making sure my nervous system is regulated along the way. Because if I go all in on grow and scale actions, but I'm not making the money I need to scale, or I'm trying to get my time back and I'm hiring out, then I'm going to be in a loss because I'm overspending while not making money while I'm in growth phase. And that's not where we want to end up being. So this is a way to really give yourself that checks and balances on your to-do list and on your action list to say, what is the most important thing I need to be prioritizing this week is to categorize your actions into your plans. So hope this helps you. If you have a never ending to-do list this week and you're like, I have made zero progress and every day I've added 5 things, maybe you need to eliminate anything on your list that is not fast cash action because you know you need to make some sales this week. Or maybe you're working too much and your boundaries are not there and you've been trying to figure out, like, where am I leaking all this energy and time? It feels like I'm never accomplishing anything. I need to get some time back. I need to hire somebody to help me with those tasks that don't need me. The things that I don't have to do in my business and somebody else could take them over? Where can I release control and get my time back? And then maybe you're in a spot where you're ready to grow and scale. You've hit some big milestones already this year and you're confident in where you're going and you're excited about that next level, but you know it's going to take more to hit that next level. You're going to need to do some intentional action around growing and scaling your business. Then that is what I would go all in on this week. So, which one are you taking action on? Are you doing fast cash action, grow and scale action, or time return profit maximizer action this week? I hope this helps you eliminate some things off of your to-do list or gives you permission to press pause until you are feeling more secure in your cash or in your time, because that is game changer moments when we slow down and we stop reacting to our to-do list and we be intentional with what results we are trying to get with our actions. That is game changer business stuff. This is what gets me excited and nerding out, because when we can really identify that, it really makes a huge impact in the results of what comes to you through your business from your actions. So take a look at your to-do list. What do you need? Cash, time, growth, scaling. I know you want all of it, but what is most important to you this week? Start with those actions first and then go down your list if you have more time. I would love to hear from you which one of these you're working on: fast cash, grow and scale, time returned. Drop me a DM. Tell me which one you're working on this week, and we'll see you next week on another episode. Thanks for actually joining us today. I hope it inspired you to actually take the action to step into the empowered CEO that you are and getting more of the results that you want. Before you go, I have a quick favor. Leave us a review and take a screenshot of this episode and share it with your friends and on your favorite social media channels. Don't forget to tag us, actually.thepodcast and Lani J. Jackson. And we'll see you next week on another episode.